guys, welcome to the Baby Shower Comedy Podcast, your source of
amusing factoids.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't think we've ever done that
What
once.
is a factoid?
I don't think.
What's the toid part of the fact? It's like a mini fact.
I think it's a... Pat, can you look that up?
Yeah, Pat, in the first 20 seconds. Pat,
God, we can't even get through like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
we give you... Oh, you got it right.
A brief or trivial item of news or information.
Yeah, so it's like a fact, but a mini.
Right.
A little, nice little zap.
You'd argue that all news is now factoids.
Wow. That's...
Oh, a little deep, huh? People don't go deep anymore in the news. Our new listeners are going to be like, did these guys laugh at themselves?
Miller's going political fast, yo.
Yeah.
No, you're coming after society.
Yes. The news needs to be dethroned.
Because these news fuckers are aggregators now, dude. They're these news losers.
And there's no journalism anymore.
Yeah.
They just kind of repost themselves.
Yup.
I saw the same copy and paste job one time from 4 different news articles. It literally had the same paragraphs.
Yeah, from
in
each
different
other.
titles. But the words themselves were all the same.
Yeah, it's like someone copying in class.
Yes.
They all have the same lab report.
Yeah. Did any of you guys go to the murder scene? Or did you just see that the other guy...
Did any of you sons of bitches go to the murder
Nightcrawler.
scene,
Or
right?
any of you Gyllenhaal going to the murder scene?
Yeah. You should have to get your own research. Do
Right.
your own research. My guy died. The guy died this way, and the other person's like, no, he died this way.
Yeah.
They're
I
all...
want to see the scratch paper that you wrote down.
Yeah.
I want to see selfies.
Yes.
We were here.
Yes.
That'd be kind of interesting.
A selfie at the crime scene?
Where the reporter has to take a selfie while they're doing the journalism, so we know that they're actually doing it rather than just copying and pasting it.
Yeah, not being an aggregator.
I'm not really a news reader either, so I don't know. Like I have no space to be.
But you got a news factoid right before we started.
Oh yeah, I got a news fact.
I guess it's not a factoid.
No, this is as much factoid. This is the definition of factoid, actually. Wall Street Journal sent me a notification. It goes, there's a hotel, period.
Yeah.
It sits inside a Bass Pro Shops, period.
What?
And the shop is inside a pyramid, period.
Whoa. Is that like Vegas? Like, where is there a hotel inside a Bass Pro Shop?
Memphis, Tennessee. Dawn Gilbertson, great piece of journalism here.
Yeah.
They go, I don't know how to airdrop.
That's a factoid, right?
They go to who's the top columnist?
Well, I guess it's a fact.
Who's the person that they're like, this Dawn chick goes, I got a great beat.
Top columnist? That's a hilarious. You think there's no way they call them top columnists? Get our top columnist.
Top columnist.
Yeah. Get your top columnist in here. No, I love shit like that, like a good beat on an article. And then
I got a good beat going.
Yeah, I would be going up to my boss, dude. How much would you be? If I worked at a newspaper, I'd be darting heavy on the typewriter, and ash would be spilling onto what I'm writing all the time. And then I would be telling my boss, I'd be like, boss, I got a great beat.
Yeah.
A great beat. Going into his office, boss, I got a new beat.
Would you'd go in and argue about where your article landed within the newspaper? Page 16? It's the Bass Pro Shops.
Come on. I've been fighting for 3 months for that article,
Yeah.
Gene. You buried it. You buried it because the governor came in here a week ago, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Bass Pro Shops.
The problem is they're not going to see this, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's there.
That's the problem.
Look at that.
Anyways, what do you got, Hardy?
Oh, dude. So listen to this.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't know how to.
Is it already linked in?
No.
It should. There, he sent it over.
What's that? Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure everyone. Oh, there it is. I'm sure everyone saw the dramatized show of Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix.
Dahmer's the guy that killed people and ate them, right?
Yeah.
Or is that someone else?
No, that's Dahmer. I mean, that's many people, but that's Dahmer's known for.
And
it.
when was it? Was like 70s?
Yeah, like 80s.
80, yeah.
Is this a YouTube link?
No. It's a
Back before
voice
cell
note.
phones.
It's something I recorded off the show.
Oh, okay.
So this
Yeah.
won't be copyright, right?
No.
I mean, it's not gonna matter.
Whatever.
This is
We don't
this is
advertise.
You
Jeffrey.
just commentate over it.
This is Jeffrey Dahmer getting Didge
Can hold on? Can I hear it?
in an episode. So he's going for a Didge, all right, for a guy. Now this is terrible because this guy will soon die, but he's trying to like get Didge off.
From a guy?
Yeah.
He would hook up with guys too. He was bi.
He would take advantage of men, like their homosexuality, and then that's who his victims.
Oh, they thought they would hook up with Dahmer.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't hook up with them?
He would drug them.
Would he like make out at least, or no? He would give them nothing before he killed them.
So dark. Would he make out at least?
Like,
I know
would
what
he
you're
at least
saying.
give him
though.
a little bit
Would
of...
would he lure? Would he do some luring? The way they showed it, the way they portrayed it, I would have to see a real documentary or like the court documents cases. But
Yeah.
he would often he would get back to his place and then he'd be like, "All right, so like, do you want? Let's have a drink." He talks like really slow and weird. He's like, "Let's have a drink."
And he was attractive, right? This Dahmer guy, or was that someone else? Ted Bundy was attractive?
He wasn't. The guy wasn't like ugly. The guy wasn't like fat and ugly or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's like. I wouldn't know if he's like traditionally like. I think some guys found him. Obviously, he was bringing a lot of people back.
An ugly guy must have a pretty tough time luring people back and killing them off.
Well, they probably have to use a little more force.
Right.
You know, I think Dahmer could get away with sort of the manipulation.
Right.
You know,
Some ugly guy could be like, "You want to go to the gym?" And then he's got to drug him at the gym rather than at his house.
which is really unsettling. Drugging someone at a gym.
Yeah.
I tried to say that yesterday at like a mic. It was such a dumb, dark thought. I was like, he drugs a guy in his coffee,
Uh-huh.
Dahmer, and I was like, if you're gonna drug someone, just do it in their cocktail glass, right? Isn't there something that's even more twisted about doing it in a coffee?
I'm going to have to think about
This
this
is-
one.
What?
I laughed. I thought
You
it was
did.
funny.
This is the same reaction I got. Yes, I get it. It's very dark, and it's really not even probably.
What about
funny.
the coffee makes it darker?
I think it's the like it's just a drink. It's just a beverage you just don't associate with like being drugged.
Right. And it's a morning drink, too. So
Yeah.
they didn't even get a day in.
Right. There you go. There's the Miller. That was a nice joke angle. Like you haven't even right. Like you haven't even got a day in.
Right.
You know, it's my Joe, man. Like come on.
And you're about to try to accomplish a bunch of things from the Joe.
Yeah. It's
That's why you
pristine, a
drink.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus a drink, it's kind of like we're up to no good anyways.
We're out. We're partying. Maybe this might. Yeah. Okay. Here.
Look at Samaha's. Heckler throws full beer can at. Like, that's what on his frequently viewed on Google.
Well, that was reacting to what's her face, Ariel.
Oh, yeah.
Throws
But
full
go ahead.
beer.
yeah,
Okay,
but-
here we go. All right, you ready?
Turn up the vol.
My vol's up. Are you up, Pat? All right, here we go.
Hey, you're the new guy, right?
Yeah, I'm Dean.
Jeff,
Hey, Jeff.
I seen you around.
Have you now?
So, Dean, what kind of stuff you into?
Well, I'm into building monster models.
Monster models. This a thing? Cool. Well, maybe I could bring some brewskis by your place and we could build one together.
Brewskis?
6-pack.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm down. 308.
Let me get your phone number.
Sure.
Dahmer Didge, dude.
Listen, I hate to give credence to Dahmer, but it was a pretty good Didge grab.
It was
There's a lot
pretty
of
tight.
things. His cadence,
Oh my god.
his cadence exudes confidence.
Yes.
That's what's so great about it.
Yes.
Like I kind of need to take a when I try to grab Didge, sometimes you rush through it and you
That's
talk
a great
really quickly,
point. Yeah.
and it shows that you're nervous.
Right. He's very well paced.
His pacing's fantastic.
Like he lets the conversation unfold step by step. He doesn't rush to Didge grab. He doesn't throw his weird brewski line in too early.
Right.
Right? Which is like his line he uses like all the time. He's like, well, what if I brought over a few brewskis to your place?
And the guy goes, Brewski? It sounded like he was almost irritated that the guy didn't know what he goes 6-pack. Right?
6-pack. He's trying to be like cool and like somewhat hip with this brewskis
Yeah.
line. That's for me, that's the
Brewskis.
like
Well, that's your type of thing.
yeah, brewskis. I used to love a few brewskis, huh?
Yeah. Well, the word Brewski, you like
Yes.
lingo.
Yes.
You're a lingo guy.
I'm a big time lingo guy. But he's very
I like that line where he goes, "What are you into?" Like I might start using that line.
yeah, he goes, so Dean, like, what are you into?
It's so open-ended.
Yeah, it could be anything.
And it puts them on trying to qualify themselves to the other person.
Yeah,
When you go, what
yeah.
are you into? Now you're on the defense and you go, oh, I
kind
gotta
of a-
come up with something cool.
Yeah, and it's a good lead way because someone will probably usually give you something you can work with.
Right, no matter what they say, you could probably
Yeah.
say, why don't I bring over a few brewskis and do whatever they just said?
But it gives you a little angle.
I like shopping. Why don't I bring
Right.
over a few brewskis and we'll go shopping?
Dahmer's incapable of like a follow-up line. Why?
Dahmer, you go back to Dahmer's place, there's like a decision tree.
Did what? Yeah,
If
yeah.
they say yes, they're into something, then say brewskis.
I honestly think that's like probably he was always trying to get to the brewskis.
That's not the first time he says that a bunch
No,
in the show.
he pitches this like brewski. This is his like go. There's something so funny though about listening to like a truly evil murderer going for Didge, like the common man.
You think he gets nervous too, or no?
I think he well, probably not actually because he's a sociopath.
Right.
So I
That's
don't.
kind of the key. You kind of gotta. That's what we strive for, right? Sociopathy, so that we can approach any
Execute.
girl we want.
So we can execute effectively
Didge grabs.
a Didge grab. You wanna drop the kind of simpy nerves.
Right.
You want to do that, all right? You don't want to be fucking. It can be a tough thing to do.
Would he drink with the person? Like, would he finish some
Yeah,
drinks?
he would like just to pet. No, he would always drink with them. They would like party.
He would get fucked up.
Yeah, and then like they would go back, and then he would like he would drug but probably like the first drink or two when they got back to his apartment, or he was living at his grandma's for a long time where he was doing it.
Yeah.
So he would do it there. And he would be like, but it would I you know, and it's kind of crazy. Like one time he drugs this kid, and the guy's
He was a kid.
well,
Like
one of them was
like
real
19,
young though.
20, that.
Most of the time they were like that age, but one kid was like 14 or some shit.
Yeah.
But he drugs this guy, but this guy's
Did he catch and release that kid once he figured out he was 14? He goes, "It's too young. Catch and release."
no, he yeah, he fucked up, and he like he went to the store and the kid tried to escape. Dude, you got to watch The Thing. And the cops caught him with this like young kid, and he just said it was his boyfriend, and they let him off. He was like blacked out, and he was like, "It's my boyfriend." Like, what the hell? Like, you know. And they were like,
how accurate is all this stuff?
I think it's somewhat accurate.
Like, did these events happen?
Yes.
Or is it just the general he was a killer is
No,
accurate?
no, I think.
And then all the little events are
Well, I
inaccurate?
guess I don't know. I'd have to talk to like the showrunner and the people that wrote the show. I think.
Pat, why don't you call him up right now? Get him on the
Yeah.
phone.
Pat, did you see it?
Shout out to you if you're listening.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
showrunner
shouts.
for-
Yeah.
I didn't
Hardy's
see
a
it,
big fan.
but I think it's true. But
I think like generally it's true. Generally it's true. One guy though, one guy was really had him fucking dead to rights, right? He tells him, so his car breaks down. Dahmer does the old sociopath move outside the club. He goes, "Hey."
Dahmer's car's broken down, trying to lure him, or the other guy's car's
No,
broken
that's
down?
a sick lure move. The revert.
And it never- it's the spark plug.
You're,
What do you like to do?
no,
Why don't we have
Dahmer.
some brewskis?
Yeah, why don't we go? No, so that's what he does to this guy.
That'd be a funny sketch, dude. We should do sketches
Yeah.
where it's Dahmer just like
We could, you know, what'd be funny? Would people find this funny if we like mock like the approach, the luring? So
Yes.
we pretend we try to lure, but it never works because we're terrible at it. That could be pretty funny. Oh, hey, looks like you got a lot of groceries.
yeah.
You need me
people
to...
on TikTok have been doing it, but they've been getting a lot of backlash
Oh, so there we go.
because they're what's it called? When-
Insensitive to the
no,
victims.
where you're promoting a serial killer.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We
You're not
might.
promoting it. But
Yeah.
I guess you're humanizing it, maybe.
I'm humanizing Dahmer here. I might get in trouble.
I mean, listen. When we get famous in however many years,
Right.
and they pull up this episode,
the
Dahmer
Dahmer
thing.
Didge.
This wasn't. I'm not even watching it. That's how against I am. Against.
Oh, this is good. Watch this. In real time, I apologize for the
yeah.
previous clip.
Well, what year is it right now?
2022. December 3rd. But this is what happened. The guy in the show, he's got Dahmer dead to rights. So
You need to bring dead to rights more to your vocabulary.
I love it, right? It's nice.
Just in a random conversation. Oh, he's got you dead to rights.
Right, so she's got me dead to rights. And I'm standing there.
What's the name? Look up dead to rights while Hardy's.
I look up dead to rights. All right, listen. So here we go.
See
So
the backstory on dead to
this
rights.
guy's car dies, and Dahmer comes up, does the old, hey.
What are you into?
Yeah, he goes, hey, you know, this is a pretty dangerous neighborhood. My grandma's place, like a couple of blocks away. You know, I can get you a jump, and you'll be fine. And the guy's like, no, I'm fine, you know, da-da-da. And he's like, all right, it's a pretty bad neighborhood, though. Just looking out for you, you know. All right, man. And he, like, tries again, and then he's like, in his car, annoyed. And then Dahmer pops, like, back up and is like, it's a couple of blocks. Like, I can get you right back, man. This is not the place to hang out. And he's like, fine. And then he's like, well, the guy's like, I'll stay here in my car. You know, and Dahmer's like, oh, I don't really know about that. Like, you shouldn't really,
It's a really bad
That's what he says.
neighborhood.
He goes again, he's like, it's a really bad neighborhood. Like, come on, like, it'll be quick. So the guy decides to go, but very reluctantly, right? And then he gets to Dahmer's, and he's like, look, just get your keys. Like, let's get out of here, right?
How big is this guy physically?
He's like,
Bigger than Dahmer?
nah. Oh, he's smaller than Dahmer.
Is Dahmer a big guy?
He's like my size, but like kind of a thinner guy, maybe a little taller. I don't think he's as tall as you though.
All right.
That's what how I remember it. Or the show portrayed it. I don't even know. Pat, how tall is he?
Dahmer dimensions.
So
he goes back.
Yeah, so he goes. So then he goes. He's like, the guy. Dahmer goes, all right. So all right, come on in. Like, take a seat. Like, what do you want to drink? And the guy's like, I don't want anything. Like, he's got Dahmer dead to rights, right? And
How is this dead to rights?
like he knows what Dahmer's up to. Like as much as
not killing.
He's very suspicious. Like his antennae are going, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Overwhelming evidence that someone's responsible for something.
So finally he sits down and then Dahmer's like, all right, listen, man, like I'm not trying to like annoy you, but like I'm just trying to be nice. Like, I'll find my keys. I'm just trying to offer you something. Have manners. He's like, do you want a coffee? And the guy's like, fine. Like, he's like, this guy's like being annoying, but fine. Bring me a coffee. So Dahmer brings him back.
And now Dahmer really wants this guy.
Yeah,
too,
dude.
huh?
So
Dahmer's itching right now to get this guy.
Yeah. Dahmer's itching for this guy. This guy's
6'180".
okay. So that's what I'm saying. He's like a little shorter than me. Dahmer's got this guy dead to rights. Or no, this guy's got Dahmer dead to rights, but Dahmer wants this guy. So then Dahmer sits down. He cracks a brewski, of course. Okay. Bud Heavy in the show. I don't know if that's what Jeffrey Dahmer drank, but they got him drinking Bud Heavy the whole show. And then
good beer.
The guy who's got him dead to rights, he goes, hey, look, I just want you to know, I think I've made this really clear. Nothing's happening tonight. Okay? Like, I think I've made that abundantly clear. And then Dahmer goes, all right, well, we'll see about that. And you're like, what the fuck? And the guy's like, okay, fuck you. And he stands up and goes to walk out. Boom. The drug hits him. It was in his Joe. So there's been so much commotion, though. And the guy's still trying to, he sits back down, that his grandma comes down, sees what's going on, and Dahmer tries to pitch his grandma on the, it's my boyfriend. He's just really tired and drunk. And his grandma's like, no, fuck that, and stays with the kid because she's like, doesn't trust that.
Does the grandma know?
That's a long story. That gets into I think probably to some extent.
Yeah.
So anyway, the grandma stays the whole night till the kid sobers up in the morning, and then Dahmer has to put him on a bus and get rid of him.
Why wouldn't the kid fucking destroy Dahmer when he woke up?
He does. He goes and gets the cops and brings them back to Dahmer's. And he's like, Dahmer's like, I don't know what to, Dahmer's one of the, I don't know if this is how he played it, but he was like one of these guys, you always think he's caught, and then he does this you're like, God, that's kind of simple but genius.
Yeah.
He's just yeah, he was fucked up. I tried to get him a
coffee.
Yeah, I tried to help him, and he was just really drunk and fucking ran it. I tried to help him out.
And the guy was like,
off.
I wasn't drunk.
And the guy was like, no, you drugged me. He was pissed off. He tells the cop 1,000 times. But there was a real big problem at this time with the cops and homosexuality. So a lot of times people would they would and then they'd be like, oh, you guys are so gay. You know? And you're like, gee, you're like, is that really what was? That's how bad. Yeah, that's how bad they were. So anyway,
Dahmer.
Maybe
I can't get another show going.
People
dude.
don't I think a lot of people don't like the show, honestly.
I think I've heard good things.
Really?
People bring it up.
Okay. I thought people really hated it. I like watching true crime stuff, though. I haven't watched as much lately, but some of that stuff is fascinating.
I watched this show. I was watching it. I got back from Schwartz's party a little drunk, so I ordered a pizza, so I had time to kill, and I put on this new. It's called The Universe.
Yeah.
It's narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know what it is.
There's one about time, and it blew
yeah.
my head off.
Yeah.
It blew my MRFing head off.
It blew your nuts into Pat's ass.
It was insanity.
You were looking for
talking about relativity of time, wormholes, all the hot topics, and I was like, "This is crazy."
Have you read dude? You got to read A Brief History of Time.
I think I've tried.
No, it's fantastic.
Isn't that like it's nonfiction, right?
It's
like
Stephen Hawking's
Yeah.
layman. It's kind of written for a layman.
I know, but
He goes, I know.
I'm higher than a layman.
Do you have some background in math? No.
Yeah.
Really?
I've like to what extent? Like how much math are we talking
Well, I'm
about?
not talking. I'm talking about like the math involved in like calculations, like
right, like how let me. All right, this will test me. I think gravity. It's either 8.1 or 9.2. Look up gravity. Huh? 9.2.
9.2 sounds right.
You guys know this too? Do you guys have backgrounds
Gravity
in math?
is 9.2, dude. That's hilarious. 9.2 what? 9.2.
Well, meters per second, of course.
Yeah, meters per second. 9.8 meters per second
9.8.
squared. Boom.
Boom. 9.
I got some stuff going on.
On Earth.
9.8. Well, Pat, I mean, right.
Course.
Depending on where you go, gravity. Wait, no, is gravity constant?
No, gravity.
Light's the only constant, right? The speed of light's the only constant.
Not
See,
necessarily.
No, it is.
Black holes.
You can't. This is hilarious.
Gravity changes
Siddhartha.
the farther away you go from. Of course,
Yeah.
Siddhartha. That goes without saying. The 9.8 changes the farther away you get from
Right,
the
that's what I'm
Earth's
saying.
core.
But this is what I'm saying. I learned in the Grief History of Time, by the way, is
Knowing that I haven't read it, whatever you say is now gospel.
that's such a funny point. Whenever you like are talking to your buddies and you bring something up they haven't read and you preface it, they have nowhere to go with it.
I'm gonna start referencing when I talk
Yeah.
to people. I'm gonna which I read in the whatever, so
Right.
that they can't argue against you.
Yes,
You just
yes.
go. It's Hawking, right? You know.
Right. Well, I wanted to tell you something, and it's from this new book, this new piece I've been reading, which touches on this exactly about the relationship and the
Touches
attraction.
on it exactly.
Yes, the attraction principles.
That's the exact opposite. It touches on it, but it's exactly. It doesn't go into too much depth, but it covers this topic
Exactly.
in whole in its entirety.
And and what it said, right? Well, you know,
And what it said, if you talk slower while you're trying to grab Didge,
here's the so light. So the difficult thing, you can't measure. They try to like come up with a grand theory of the universe, right? Which means like, okay, let me just like figure out like where everything. If I could measure where everything is, and I could know why things happen, right?
sure,
Okay.
I'll concede that point.
So when you try, but the problem is, everything's constantly moving, right? So they needed something to measure. Now I'm actually kind of losing my train of thought on this.
Look up, is light a constant?
Light is a constant. It's the only constant in the universe. So they
That can't be true.
Yeah, they like need it to weigh or to measure how fast something else is moving. Yeah.
Suck it.
So,
What? And then say.
but here's the thing.
And then add on to that search, go black holes.
So here's the thing. When they measure stuff though with light, it's a particle, right? So they move the thing when they try to measure it, which is why they can't measure the smallest things in the universe because they have to use something to measure it. It's kind of fascinating.
How can a black hole reduce the speed of light? If the speed of light is always constant, then light should escape from a black hole, because if directed radially outwards, it only needs to travel a finite distance to escape. And at a speed of c, it will do this in a finite time. So it will eventually go at the same speed.
So scroll down, see what people comment.
Oh, they're saying
Accept all
Comments?
cookies. Come on. This guy goes,
so
I
this
haven't
one had
flagged this
39
as a
ups.
duplicate because I guess you're not interested in the details of how the speed like. This guy's like moderating.
Nice.
special.
Commentary for the
So
folks
they're
at home.
saying, yeah, general relativity might change it.
Right.
So listen, light's not going anywhere.
Yeah. The speed of light is a constant, and since you need something that's a constant to measure anything, because if it changes, you can't measure it. So they have to use it to measure.
But that's bullshit.
No,
That's
it's not.
bullshit.
That's how he explained it.
Well, measuring anything relative to something is like kind of like
Yeah. What is what?
like this piece of paper is always going to be still relative to
But
the
it's-
4 seconds I'm holding it here.
But it's not still. It's still to our eye. It's vibrating on a molecular level. You don't
Bad
want.
example.
But you know what I'm saying? No, I'm not trying to like.
No,
Ooh,
I
I'm saying
know.
like that's it. That's what he was saying. He's saying they're trying to measure like the smallest shit in the world in the universe, and it's always moving around. And they're like, "How the fuck can we do this?" And they had to do it with light.
Yeah.
So
I'll look into it.
yeah, you got to read. So the universe, but you
But
liked it.
I don't really have anything. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's cool.
He's great.
The crazy thing that blew my mind is that we have like we think time, right? We
Yeah.
experience time. We just experience a second. We experience a day.
Right.
And it goes by really slow for us, right? But in the grand scheme of the entire universe,
Yeah.
our entire life
Yeah.
is like 0.000000001.
Yeah.
Like if you were like the planet Earth,
Yeah.
your life would be not even a second.
Yeah,
Relative even to just the Earth.
Yeah, it's like a a wildly small, insignificant.
Yes. Which is
moment.
why I am now going to move throughout this world how I want to move. Because nothing that I do matters.
It frees you. Well, right, it does and it doesn't. It does and it doesn't. Because I could say the whole cosmos is contained inside of you as well.
No,
The
you
depth
can't.
of the cosmos. That's how I would say it. I would say that's the nature of consciousness, honestly.
All right. Siddhartha. Oh, book reservation.
Right?
So the cost to go to space on a balloon ride is $125,000.
Balloon?
Yeah.
What do you mean a balloon ride?
Yeah, I'm not getting on a balloon to go to space.
Doesn't look like a balloon that I know.
Reserve your life-changing journey.
When is this launching?
Wow. What is this, Pat? Is this Musk?
Take
It's
your
gotta
place
be.
in space history.
Is this the Musk man?
I think it is Musk, actually.
Wow. Oh, NASA. That's not Musk. That's not the old Musk. Or
So it's a balloon that takes you 100,000 feet into the air.
I don't think it is. This is wild, dude.
Yeah, right. All right. Do you know about this FTX thing?
Is that like a market thing?
Yeah, Charlie NYC hit. You know how he like will do these recommendations for
Yeah.
like topics to talk about?
Yeah.
He sent the account like 3 articles on FTX, and I'm like, I don't know if our podcast is delving into FTX, Charlie NYC.
What is bankruptcy?
Yeah, it's this bankruptcy. This guy it was a huge fraud.
Really?
Crypto, linked to crypto.
Is it a crypto? Oh, it's a crypto.
It's a crypto
it's a
exchange,
crypto.
and I think what he did was he has this hedge fund, Alameda,
Yeah.
and I think it's owned by FTX, or it's heavily related.
Yeah.
And he took money from FTX and lent it to Alameda because Alameda was like about to go under.
Right.
So he took customer deposit. That's what I know. Sound off in the comments if I'm wrong. But anyways, this guy
he gambled with customers' money.
Yeah, he gambled. And here's the kicker. This guy, throughout his life, has been trying to label himself as like a very donating a bunch of money to charities.
Right.
Very philanthropic. He was the second
Yeah.
highest donor to the Democratic Party.
Really?
Yeah. So the Democratic Party was taking money from this guy. And not, who knows. Do you think that...
These crypto guys, dude, they get into trouble.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Did they think?
If you take money from someone, do you have to like look into the origin of the... Like, I would assume that they wouldn't need to... Like, this guy donates $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be asking him, how'd you
Where'd
get... You know
you
what I
get
mean?
it?
Like, they're not
Yeah.
complicit in that, right?
Well, I think when it's called like a 502c or something, when you're like giving a charitable donation or something, like legally, like I think they do have to. They're technically supposed
Like, look
to.
into it or
Yeah,
something? That's
yeah,
weird, though,
yeah.
no?
They don't, apparently, or at least from what they don't. I think some people do, but I think a lot of people get in trouble because, they need the money. I think the industry, like a lot of industries, there's a lot of corruption. And like,
Well, listen...
this guy, yeah.
This guy's dad and mom are apparently both like regulators and stuff like that. Like are in either teachers of like regulator. Are you know about this?
You mean like the regulation that they pass?
Well, first of all, apparently FTX was not regulated at all. It was in Bermuda and
The Bahamas.
I guess
Bahamas.
my legal knowledge around the crypto game right now is actually kind of weak. I don't know. Have they passed? I wonder if how much like legislation they've actually passed.
Not much.
Yeah, because the law is like pretty slow to catch up to this
Right.
stuff.
But a bunch of people lost money. Like
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of people lost like millions of dollars. Like I think one of my buddies said that he had some money in FTX they lost, like a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie NYC wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, they're probably. I mean, that's fucked. I mean, it's like it's fraud. You can't do it. I mean, it's money. I don't know. I guess what I'd say is like money in crypto is not the same as like money in a treasury bond, right?
Yeah, these people.
Yeah,
need to
like
know
there's
that
a certain. Right.
if you buy a Bitcoin, you're buying a bit. You have to think about it. What am I buying? I'm buying a Bitcoin, which is not tangible.
A tiny coin. It's a tiny little digital coin.
Yes.
Right? Is that are they little digital coins? Do they go and do like a coin purse?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a visualization of like when you buy it, some virtual person goes to a store. There's a little video played on the internet every time.
And they hand you your pouch of money.
There's a little celebration dance.
like a video game or some shit.
Yeah.
It's just a damn number, right? They just excuse my
it's-
French.
Yes.
but,
It's a damn number.
just pops up in your account.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, you've talked about
Yeah,
crypto.
I've got crypto, baby. Still holding. Hodl.
And you didn't have any FTX.
No.
This is what I don't understand. Is this all, maybe you could help me out here. Is this all the same thing, or are there different types of, like, is Bitcoin, explain, like, what's the definition of Bitcoin? What's the definition of crypto?
Cryptocurrencies are like online currencies that are virtual, right?
Any currency that's virtual?
Any currency
so
that's
like
virtual.
Disney
Ethereum.
dollars. Or like Disney dollars
You
crypto?
could probably call it a crypto. You could probably call it a crypto.
Okay. But it's not. Okay. So it's
People-
literally any virtual currency.
See if
I I feel like it's probably narrower.
Like
but maybe I'm
Disney
wrong.
dollars considered a cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Um,
And then Bitcoin, is that a company or is that literally the name
it's
of
the
like?
name of a cryptocurrency.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so that didn't help. Is it the name? Like, is FTX have Bitcoin or does FTX?
FTX is an exchange, so it's like
Oh, that was an exchange.
It's an exchange, but they also issued their own coins.
Okay, so that's helpful. So, but it's not okay. So they had an exchange. So, but Bitcoin is
If you're looking to the Baby Shower Comedy Podcast for your information on crypto,
what is Bitcoin? Is
and
the
FTX?
first cryptocurrency. Oh, okay, which was released in 2009. Okay, is that a company though? Is Bitcoin a company?
No, it's not a. It's
Okay,
not a company.
okay, that's all I'm trying to figure out. All right,
Bitcoin is cryptocurrency.
got it.
A Bitcoin is a piece of digital
Got it.
information on the blockchain, the
Cryptocurrency is
Bitcoin
a currency.
blockchain.
Okay, and then there's other types now.
And the Bitcoin blockchain is it's kind of like a software is not the right word.
Oh,
but
go
it's
back,
basically a
Pat.
cloud computing.
Well, go to Bitcoin versus fiat. Is that a different type of cryptocurrency?
No, fiat's U.S. dollar. It's tangible. It's
Oh, that's the U.S. dollar.
fiat's
Why
money.
is it
fiat
fiat?
is a
Federally
currency issued by government.
federally
Fiat.
issued.
USD is a fiat. The yen is a.
What does it stand for? Do you know? No.
It stands for itself. I don't think there's.
Oh, okay. Really? Not
might be
federally
some Latin.
issued
There might be some Latin. Yeah, it might be.
against Treasury. Oh, that would be gangster. I don't
Yeah.
think that's it, but okay.
I hope
All right.
Charlie NYC's listening because he's going to be the only one listening to this section.
Yeah, and he's gonna be like, they don't even know what it is. Well, this guy
He
screwed
brought up
everybody.
he brought up FTX, and we couldn't even address FTX. We had to go the very simplest form and say, wait, what is cryptocurrency?
Yeah, well,
Before
my
we
dumb ass-
address FTX.
yeah. I know a little bit about it, but not a lot. I've been on some cases though, like where people have got There's a lot of malpractice. I feel like.
Yeah.
So watch out in the
Speaking of law,
in your crypto sector.
I watched yesterday.
The new Law and Order.
Yesterday, I watched. I watched Marriage Story.
Yeah. Good flick.
You've seen that one, huh?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The best is
Interesting.
the lawyer scenes.
Yeah. You're interesting to try to pin down. Yeah, the lawyer scenes are good.
The lawyer scenes are fantastic. When who's the guy? Alda. The old lawyer. He goes.
Who's
By the
the-
way,
I haven't seen it in a while.
Alda.
I haven't seen it in a while.
But he goes, you're gonna have to. My fee's $550
Yeah.
an hour, and then he goes, also you're gonna have to pay for half of your wife's legal fees too. And he goes, what? And he goes, yeah, it's just the way it happens. And he goes, that's crazy. He goes, yeah, it's crazy how you guys pay for all this money when it should be going to get the kids custody.
Right.
When it should be just going to the kids' education,
Right.
something like that.
Yeah. Dude, divorce is messy, dude.
Right?
Dude, we've got some sick tips today on the pod. Watch out
for people
crypto.
drugging you.
Yeah.
Watch out for crypto.
And divorce, you do not want to get divorced.
Do you think that what percentage
You
of people
like
you
it's-
think divorce without lawyer? Like, can you even do that?
Oh.
And just say, hey, we'll do 50-50, fuck the lawyers.
Yeah, what pops in my head is there's this term conscious uncoupling where people like very amicably try to like go their different ways, but I have
Never works, huh?
no idea what the percentage
Listen-
of people. Because I'll tell you right now, divorce lawyers, or just, divorce lawyer, they make some cash,
Incredible amounts
money,
of money,
bro, and also people are usually too emotional. But I don't know what the numbers are, but it's difficult. It's really challenging to like. There's a lot of legal shit that has to happen because you got to divvy up a lot of really important stuff.
Right.
Hard
Couch.
to do. Yeah, Susan, your daughter.
Yeah.
Hard to do. Susan's a weird name to have for a daughter now. That's like 1950s. Hard.
I like that, Susan Miller.
Susan Miller. Oh my God! Please name your daughter Susan Miller.
Susan Miller.
Hard
All
to do.
the boys will be going after Susan Miller, and I'll tell them, hey, take a hike.
Yeah. Uncle, get out of here. Noogie him. Hard to do without an object. You need a third party at least, or you're going to be like, say, kind of like when you dissolve a business. If you don't have anyone there that's going like, all right, you said this before. This was this person. Okay, bring in some stuff, evidence. All right, we're gonna do. If you have no ref,
Right.
I mean, I guess you could do something like this. You could go, all right, you take this, take the house or whatever. I'm taking the car and the kids, or like something like. You could try to go like broad strokes.
Well, what you should do, it's hypothetically you're supposed to go 50-50, right?
Yeah, I mean,
With everything almost, right?
do you mean in the law? I think the law favors
So it says like I earned
the mother
that chair. Oh, really?
in a lot of instances. I do think that that's the case. I think they kind of lean.
See, if
Yeah.
I went through a divorce, I'd say, listen, we're going to assign monetary values to every item,
Yeah,
right? We're going to split our bank account in half. We're going to split all of our items in half.
yeah,
So if you want the couch, that'll debit half of the money. So
Okay.
I'll take, we'll just assign monetary value. Now for the intangibles, the kid,
yeah.
you get 6 days a week. I get 1 day a week.
That's like honestly how
just
it
go
kind of
rogue.
well, it's like honestly kind of how it unpacks a lot.
I would go, you get the fourth day, you get 4 days a week. I get 3.
Yeah, here's where it would like.
And then if she's like, I want 5 days a week, I go fuck your lawyer up.
Yeah, lawyer up.
Lawyer
I'm
up.
coming after you. I could see you of all people being somewhat capable of like monetizing, like itemizing things.
She's like, that's why I married you. I
Yeah.
knew that if we were divorced, you'd be
But
good.
I still think that the problem comes like as you're like going down that list and like something becomes like its value is in question, or it's
if
like
both of you have some sort of intangible attraction to
Yes.
that, this is the painting that Joe
Right,
painted
right.
for us for our wedding. I
Right.
want that. It's my. You don't even like that painting. No, I like it.
exactly. Now you're valuing it here, or they're valuing it here. You're valuing it here, and you're like, okay, so what does that actually take off against the ledger?
Right.
And then you're like, okay, well now because you did that, I get one of my intangible, and then it just spirals
Right.
into this. It's so easy, I think.
You want to hear something funny? When my grandfather died, I think in his will he like left a bunch of the stuff to the kid. The
Yeah.
kids. There's a bunch of other stuff that wasn't like necessarily specified in the will where it goes,
Right.
like paintings, lamps.
Yeah, I know
like
what
couch.
you're talking about.
So my dad and his brothers, they had a draft. They all went to the house
That's
and they
funny.
picked straws for who drafted. It was a snake draft. And they got to draft items that they wanted.
Right.
But there was a lot of like underlying where like someone knew that person liked the cat, like they loved that
Yeah,
couch, but the
yeah.
couch was valuable.
Right.
So
right.
because they had the first draft, and then some people are
wow.
I think
That's
my
funny.
dad in like deep in the 5th round got
Yeah.
some paintings that were presumed valueless.
Right.
And then my dad later found out that they were like very well regarded paintings
Yeah.
were worth like a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then there's some art they go, "Oh, you knew why you were supposed to tell us. You knew that those were valuable.
They
and
came
you didn't
after.
tell us."
Yeah.
It was all so funny.
But they didn't actually try to get the paintings, but yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like once again, I heard this is, you know.
My parents had a lot of leftover furniture and stuff, and they were almost like begging me to take it. But I was like, I can't do anything with it. I have no room.
You just bring it to the sidewalk of your.
Yeah, like my apartment built. Like I have literally no room.
I would have taken some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could. I think they still got some stuff. It worked out. My dad's brother and like his son, they like picked us up some of the stuff. But I could feel like they're set. They had been like collecting this. Like, there's so much great stuff, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I just do not have the lifestyle to
You should have just
withstand.
taken it
I'm
and
like,
then had a U-Haul brought to New York and said, "I'll trade these items for stage time."
oh,
And do
that
an
would've
auction for stage time.
that would have been kind of a
Because
renegade.
they got a new, you know, I bet Schwartz would give you some stage time for like a nice couch.
That's actually really smart. I just get it and then bring it in and then try to just like flip it.
Pawn it off. Money, stage time.
I don't know how much money I'd really make doing that though. It seems like a lot.
It'd be a lot of time too.
Yeah, you know. I don't know. Yeah. They it worked out. It worked out. I think. I felt bad though a little bit. I was like, I don't really have any space. I have no real assets. Well, I shouldn't say that. In that realm, I have I'm a rich man with many
Intangibles.
great assets like my library of knowledge and books.
Do you know Zach Brazow at all or no? Do you know who he is?
Comic?
Yeah.
Maybe. That sounds
He's
familiar.
a huge book. I don't know
Yeah?
if you guys like overlap in the type of books, but he references so many books.
Really? Well, you had
So
the
many
one guy
books.
on your he does the walking tours. He was reading he reads a lot.
Oh yeah,
too.
Tom Delgado.
Delgats.
I
I feel like me, Delgats, who's this other guy?
Brazow.
Brazow?
Brazow would trounce all you guys.
Really?
I hate to say it.
Wow.
He would trounce all you
All right.
guys.
You know what? I'm going home to start reading.
Dude,
up.
this guy, dude.
Does he bring his books on stage? Because then
No, but some girl was like, he was talking about how he was trying to get out of debt on stage and how he would have like shitty food, and the girl goes, fried
got
bologna sandwiches, and he looks at her, he goes, "Did you read this book that I've never heard of?" And she
Oh,
goes,
yeah.
"Yeah,
Kurt
how'd you know?"
Vonnegut,
He goes,
maybe.
"Of course I would, you know."
right, he was probably Kurt Vonnegut.
No, I would have known Kurt. I would have recognized Kurt Vonnegut. But listen, dude.
Dude, I'm trying to get in on that fucking. I'm trying to know that book.
No,
This guy goes, what? What?
Tuesday, December 20th.
Yep.
It's Baby Shower's 250th comedy show. I say it's actually the 250th comedy
Why is
show.
Pat
this time.
shaking his head?
You can tell him.
He's been saying it for like 10 shows.
When I
Oh,
host, I lie. I did it at West Side the other night. At West Side, I was supposed to host, and it was a produced show, and I just said it was the 100th show of all time. It gets people pumped up. So at Baby
they
Shower,
care?
I lie, and I say it's the 200. No one knows.
Right.
It's not like I tell them at the end, and I go, by
And
the
then
way, it
you
wasn't
can
the
go,
200.
hey, I was joking.
Yeah,
We are comics.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been telling you, it gets people pumped up.
I was sitting with the comics, and Caroline, one of the comics, Caroline Haynes, shout out. She was like,
Shout
"Is
out.
it really the 250th show?"
Yeah, because
I
it's
was like,
something
"No,
you just.
he just says that every time.
And what'd she say?
She's like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah.
But it's the 250th show. It's the actual
Actual.
250th show. Hardy's on it. We're not going to name any names, but I also threw the the ladies on it too.
The ladies.
Remember, I sent her your dig.
Oh, yikes.
She's on it.
All right.
Gotta bring your A game.
He goes. That was hilarious. What happened there? She was like question mark. That was so
Well, you
funny.
said goodbye. We said goodbye, and then she messaged me. She forgot Hardy's name or whatever. So she
Oh,
goes, "What was his
yeah.
name again? Sorry, I forget." You know, and I go, "It's Matt Hardy."
Miller was so.
And then Hardy goes, "What's the deal?" He kind of asked me what the
Miller
deal
goes-
is with her. And I go, why don't I just send her your disc? So I just sent her like a day or two later his contact card. You know what I mean? And
like a question mark, and Miller goes out loud. He gets like a question mark back. He goes, "Oh, I thought like I don't know what should I say. I thought like maybe you'd be into him, or something like that."
oh yeah, she goes question mark. No, she just calls me. She does question mark, and I don't respond. Then she calls me the next day. She goes, "Wait, do you want me to like apologize to him for not knowing his name?" And I had to think on the fly too because it was on the phone. It's not like I had time to respond over text. So I go, no, he's sober, and I know that you're sober, and he's getting back into dating, and I know you're single, so I figured maybe you two might get along. And she goes, well, did he say something? And I was like, oh, fuck. I go, no. And I
Get
go,
me out of this.
I go, no, I mean, we were talking about the lineup, and I told him that you were on the lineup and that you were sober, all this shit. But
Yeah.
you guys will be able to talk on the 20th. Let me ask you a question in the last 4 minutes. This is going to be the most controversial thing that we probably talked about.
Yeah. Whoa. All right, Pat, can you stay up?
In the
YouTube's not
last
listening.
minutes.
We're good.
Do you check on?
YouTube's not listening.
That's not good. Cut out the last 10 minutes. All right.